Good evening, baseball fans, and welcome to Bert Lacoste Park for this OCAA game between the visiting Fanshawe Falcons and your hometown St. Clair Saints. The umpires for this game behind the plate is Matt McDonald, and on the bases, Steve Gomes. Your attendance at this OCAA event entitles you to enjoy athletics in an educational setting. We ask that you please show your sportsmanship by positively encouraging these student athletes, respecting the decision of the coaches and officials, and being considerate of other spectators. Now here's the starting lineup for the Fanshawe Falcons. Batting first, the left fielder number 1, Trevor Loback. Batting second, the third baseman number 13, Nolan Rice. Batting third, the catcher number 23, Marcus Normandin. Batting fourth, the designated hitter number 33, Connor Baldwin. Batting fifth, the shortstop number 7, Judd McGowan. Batting sixth, the second baseman number 12, Holden Heifel. Batting seventh, the first baseman number 9, William Saltram. Batting eighth, the center fielder number 24, Luke Allen. And batting ninth, the right fielder number 14, Tyler Libby. Starting pitcher for Fanshawe number 15, Alex Miller. Here's the starting lineup for the St. Clair Saints. Batting first, the shortstop number 2, Bryce Plain. Batting second, the third baseman number 20, Ken Gale. Batting third, the first baseman number 18, Ryan Corback. Batting fourth, the designated hitter number 26, Eric O'Green-Mena. Batting fifth, the right fielder number 32, Mitch McCaw. Batting sixth, the center fielder number 23, Andrew Fleeman. Batting seventh, the left fielder number 15, Owen Lovett. Batting eighth, the catcher number 22, Riley Naughton. Batting ninth, the second baseman number 7, Evan Clair. Batting pitcher for St. Clair number 8, Jake Heinbach. At this time, could you please stand if able for the playing of our national anthem.
Hello once again, everyone. Bill Kelso along with the rest of the crew here at We Digital. And we've got the St. Clair College Saints against the Fanshawe Falcons here in this one. I'm your play-by-play man for this one. Left-handed pitcher Jake Heinbach is warming up for St. Clair to get this one underway. There's a look at the defensive alignment. Naughton behind the plate. Werbach at first, Schweier at second, Plain at short, Gale at third, Levesque in left, Sleeman in center, McCosh in right field. And, of course, on the mound, as mentioned, Jake Heinbuck, the left-hander, here against the 9-4 Fanshawe Falcons. There's a look at their starting lineup. Trevor Loback, the left fielder, will lead things off. He'll be followed by Nolan Rice and then Marcus Normandin. That's the first three batters in this contest. Connor Rodwin, the shortstop, batting cleanup in fourth. McGowan at short. Holden Heipel is the second baseman. Will Petrusianis is the first baseman. Luke Allen in center, and Tyler Libby, the right fielder, batting ninth. Just getting ready to get this one underway here at Lacoste Park. The lights are on. It is rather coolish, and I'm assuming we'll get a little cooler as the night goes on. Heinbuck. Minor delay here. Umpire getting things straightened away at home plate. Heinbuck against Loback. And the first pitch of the ball game is in for a strike. It's 0-1. 0-1 the count to Roback with Nolan Price on deck and Marcus Normandin, the third batter, here in the Falcon first inning. Pitch is low. It's 1-1. 1-1 the count. Outfield is not deep. They're playing straight up. First batter, no outs, nobody on. Top of one. And the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2. 1-2 the count to Loback. And the 1-2 pitch on the way. It's swung on and popped up. Calling it is the second baseman. He's going to put it away. That was Evan Schweier. One up and one down in the Falcons' first inning.
13, Nolan Rice.
He's going to bring up the third baseman, Nolan Price. Left-hander against the left-hander. As mentioned earlier, Marcus Normandin is on deck for the Falcons. Saints 6-6 coming into this one. Pitch is low and away, 1-0. 1-0 the count to Price. The 1-0 pitch on the way. It is outside, make it 2-0. So the count goes to 2-0 on Price. Two-0 pitch on the way. It is a strike call. Catches the outside corner. It's 1-2. Brother, 2-1. 2-1 the count on Price. And the pitch. Swung on and fouled away in. Count goes even at 2-2. 2-2 the count to Price. The 2-2 pitch is low and away. It's now full, 3-2 the count. So the count goes to 3-2 on Price. Heinbuck delivers. It's strike three call. Caught him on the outside corner, at least according to the umpire. Batter not pleased. We apologize. We are back. Getting ready set to start the bottom half of the first inning. 3 up and 3 down in the Falcons' first inning for Heinbuck. And now we've got the Fanshawe pitcher, Alex Miller on the mound. Look at the defensive alignment. Normandin behind the plate. Rice at third. McGowan at short. Heipel at second. Boltrasinus is at first. Libby in right. Allen in center. And Loback in left field, and stepping up to the plate,
Leading off for the St. Clair
it'll be the shortstop, number 2, Bryce Plain.
Bryce
Plain will be followed by Keenan Gale, and then Ryan Korbach, and then Eric Rosman will bat fourth, the DH. McCosh, Sleeman, Levesque, Naughton, and Schweier round out the batting order for the Saints here in this one, and we're in the bottom of one. No score. The first pitch is swung on and popped up, but it's out of play. Up behind us, count goes to 0-1. 0-1 the count to Plain. Keenan Gale on deck for the Saints. Just underway in this one. The 0-1 pitch is inside, 1-1. 1-1 the count. 1-1 to Plain. Here's the pitch. It's in tight. Make it 2-1. So the count goes to 2-1 on Plain. Again, right-hander against the right-hander. The pitch is swung on and hit into right field, but making the grab, a relatively easy play, the right fielder, Tyler Libby, 1 up and 1 down in the Saints' first inning.
Third baseman number 20, Cannon Gale.
So here's Cannon Gale, the third baseman. Again, another right-handed hitter against the right-handed pitcher, Alex Miller. Alex Miller on the mound. 1 out, nobody on, bottom of 1. And the first pitch. Outside, 1-0. 1-0 the count to Gale. First baseman Ryan Korbach is on deck for the Saints. And the pitch. Swung on and hit pretty deep into left field. Back. It is off the wall. On his way to second with a stand-up double is Gale. The Saints have a man in scoring position with a stand-up double, courtesy of Cannon Gale. That ball was well hit.
First baseman number 18, Ryan Korbach.
Good hit by Gale. It's going to bring up the first baseman, Ryan Korbach. Left-handed batter with a runner on second. 1 on, 1 out. So Korbach stepping in against Miller. And the first pitch is swung on. It's going to be belted into center field for a base hit. Runner coming home. Here comes the throw. It's cut off by the pitcher. And home safely after Korbach singles and an RBI. Gale scores. And 1-0 St. Clair. Solid single off the bat of Ryan Korbach. It's going to bring up Eric Rosmina, the DH.
Designated hitter number 26.
Runner at first,
Eric
1 out.
Rosmina.
Saints lead 1-0. Teams are just playing one game here tonight. So it's a one-game standoff. Inside corner, it's 0-1. 0-1 the count to Rosmina. Mitch McCosh awaits on deck for the Saints. And the pitch. Make it strike 2. Count goes to 0-2. So ahead of the batter is Miller. 0-2 the count. Runner on first. Just underway in this one. The pitch. Swelling on and hit into center field. It's not deep. Making the grab, not advancing, but making the grab there in the center fielder is Luke Allen. Runner stays at first.
32, Mitch McCosh.
So there are 2 out here in the Saints' first inning. It's going to bring up Mitch McCosh. Big left-handed batter. With the runner on first. That's Gale. I should say, sorry, it's Korbach. 2 outs, 1 on. Saints lead 1-0. First pitch to McCosh is high and outside, 1-0. 1-0 the count. McCosh, a pretty big guy. And the pitch. Outside and low, make it 2-0. So the count goes to 2-0. Again, runner at first. Saints have scored 1 in this inning. And the pitch. Fouls it off. 2-1. 2-1 the count. Again, runner on first. Just underway here in this one. We're early. And the 2-1 pitch. Swung on and belted into left field. Base hit. That's going into the corner or towards the corner. Runner is going to hustle his way to third and stand up there. And the stand-up double as well for McCosh. And the Saints have runners at second and third here with 2 out. Solid hit off the bat of McCosh. So the Saints threatening to add to their lead with Andrew Sleeman, the center fielder, stepping up to the plate.
Andrew Sleeman.
Second and third. 2 out. Bottom of 1. Darkness is starting to descend here at the ballpark. Nice night out, but a little cool. And I'm sure it's going to get a little cooler, as I mentioned earlier. But we have runners here at second and third for the Saints, and they threatened to add to their lead. Here's the first pitch. Curveball in for a strike. It's 0-1. Off-speed pitch from Miller to Andrew Sleeman. The left fielder, Owen Levesque, is on deck for the Saints. 0-1 pitch on the way. Swung on and popped up into center field. And the play is made by Allen. Not before damage, though. 1 run on 3 hits, no errors. And the score at the end of 1. The Saints lead this one 1-0.
For St. Clair in the top.
We're coming back.
First, 1 run on 3 hits. There were no errors and 2 runners left.
We are back here at Lacoste Park in Tecumseh, Ontario. Fanshawe Falcons. Let's look at the OCAA standings. Lambton 9-2. Fanshawe 9-4. Durham 6-6. There's the Saints also 6-6. Humboldt 5-5. And you got the Bruins at 4-8, and then the Sioux Cougars at 1-9. And there's some other games going on. There's the out-of-town scoreboard. Game 1. Hawks over the Lambton Lions 9-6 in game 1.
Connor Rodwin.
So Connor Rodwin is going to step up to the plate here in the top half of the second inning for the Falcons, as the Falcons trail 1-0 in this one early. Heinbuch's first pitch is fouled off. It's 0-1. 0-1 the count to Rodwin, with McGowan waiting on deck. Again, 1-0 are scored. Top of 2. Top of the second inning. Heinbuck delivers. Off-speed pitch, but in for a strike. It's 0-2. So the count goes to 0-2 on Rodwin. He's the DH. In tonight's game. And the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He gets him. Second strikeout of the night. 1 up and 1 down in the Falcons' second inning. He's going to bring up Judd McGowan.
7, Judd McGowan.
So Judd McGowan, the shortstop, for his first appearance at the plate here tonight. 1 out. Nobody on. Top of 2. And the first pitch to the left-handed batter. He got a piece of it, fouls it off. It's 0-1. So the count goes to 0-1 to McGowan. Holden Hypel awaits on deck for the Falcons. Time is called. And the pitch. Fouled off. Got a good piece of it, but he fouls it off. Count runs to 0-2. 0-2 the count on McGowan. Again, a lefty against the lefty. I think Heinbuck would like this matchup. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and he gets him. Second consecutive strikeout by McGowan, third in the game. Off to a nice start.
Second baseman number 12, Holden Hypo.
So Holden Hypo is the batter. Second baseman, whereas number 12, righty against the lefty. And the first pitch is inside and low, 1-0. Holden Hypo. The pitch hit into right field. It's pretty deep. In fact, very deep. It's going to go off the wall. On his way to second and with a stand-up double. And their first hit of the night is Hypo. That ball was well hit into right field. So a stand-up double for Hypo. Going to bring up the first baseman.
Number 9, William Balchunas.
Betrunas is the batter. William Betrunas, the first baseman. Runner at second. 2 out. And the first pitch is outside, 1-0. 1-0 the count to Betruzinas. The 1-0 pitch on the way. Called on the outside corner, make it 1-1. 1-1 the count to Betruzinas. Heinbuck deals, it's outside and low, 2-1. 2-1 the count. 2 outs, runner on second. And the 2-1 pitch swung on. Slowly to third. Here's the throw to first, and he's not going to get him. Runner's going to come home and score, and this game is tied. So the Falcons have tied the game up at 1. We'll see how it's scored, but nevertheless, the game is tied at 1. Myself, I would call that an infield single. We'll see what the official scoring. Nevertheless, we are tied at 1. With 2 outs, runner at first, and here's the center fielder, Luke Allen. Luke Allen, the batter, here in a 1-1 game. Up high and outside, 1-0.
Center fielder number 24, Luke Allen.
1-0 to Allen. Heinbuck delivers. It's up high. 2-0. 2-0 the count to Allen. Quick throw over to first. Keeping the runner honest. That's it. Betrasinus at first base for the Falcons. The 0-2 count and the pitch. Runner goes to second, uncontested. And the count now is 3-0. So a stolen base for Betrasinus. And a 3-0 count. Heinbuck deals. It's in for a strike, make it 3-1. Got the high strike call, so the count goes to 3-1. And the pitch. Up the middle, but snared by the pitcher, Heinbuck. He's going to flip it to first, and that will retire the side. 1-3 if you're scoring back home, but the damage is done. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. And the score as we come to the bottom of 2. We are tied at 1 here at Lacoste Park. We'll be right back. Going to bring up the catcher, Riley Naughton.
Riley Naughton.
Riley Naughton with 1 out here in the bottom half of the second inning. Got the left-handed batter up against the righty. First pitch is high and outside, 1-0. 1-0 the count to Naughton with second baseman Evan Schweier on deck for the Saints. Swing and a miss. It's going to be a 1-1. Getting darker here at the ballpark. Lights are on in full. Pleasant but coolish night here at the ballpark. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Sliced foul off the screen. Counts now worked to 1-2. Miller 1-2 count on Naughton. The 1-2 pitch on the way, and he gets him swinging. 2 up and 2 down in the Saints' second inning. And is going to bring up the second baseman, Evan Schweier.
Second baseman number
Another
7,
left-handed batter for the Saints in this lineup.
Schweier.
1-1's our score. Still early in this one. We're in the bottom of 2. Saints up to the plate. 2 outs. Ball is hit into center field. On the run and making the grab. 3 up and 3 down was Luke Allen. And the Saints go down 3 straight. No runs, no hits, and no errors. And the score as we go to the top of 3. We are tied at 1. We're coming back. 2-1 the count. First batter here in the third. Chop towards second. Off the high hop and the quick throw to first, and he gets him, but not by much. Good play by the second baseman. But that was close.
Left fielder number 1, Trevor Loback.
It's going to bring up Trevor Loback. Good play by that second baseman, Schweier. He had to be quick with it, too. Loback popped out to second his first time up, so he's 0 for 1. Top of 3, 1 out, nobody on. The pitch is up high, 1-0 to Loback. Loback. Loback, and then Nolan Price, the third baseman, is on deck. Fouled off the screen. 1-1 the count. 1-1 the count. The 1-1 pitch on the way. It gets by the catcher, but nobody on base, fortunately for the Saints. So it's 2-1. 2-1 the count. Again, 1 out. Nobody on. In the third inning as we move along here. The 2-1 pitch up high. Make it 3-1. 3-1 the count to Lowback. Heinbuck delivers. It's a strike call. Make it 3-2. So the count is full on Lowback. Here's the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. He gets him. Fourth strikeout of the night. First in this inning. 2 up and 2 down on the Falcons' third. And it's going to bring up the third baseman, Nolan Price, who happens to be one of the 4 strikeouts that Heinbuck has amassed so far in this one. Left-handed batter against the left-handed pitcher. Should be an interesting matchup. Again, Price struggled his first time up. 2 outs. Top of the third and the first pitch. Off speed is wide. 1-0. 1-0 the count to Price. The 1-0 pitch on the way. It goes outside, make it 2-0. Marcus Normandin is on deck. Should Price get aboard? Here's the 2-0 pitch to Price. It's up high and wide, make it 3-0. So Heinbuck struggling with this batter. 3-0 the count, nobody on, 2 outs. And we're in the top of the third inning. Here's the 3-0 pitch. He walked him. First walk given up tonight by Heinbuck. And it's going to bring up the catcher, Marcus Normandin.
Catcher number 23, Marcus Normandin.
So Normandin will step up to the plate. Runner at first, 2 out. Again, top of 3. Let's see if the runner goes or not. And there he goes. And it's fouled and flied out rather into left field. Making the easy play, the Saints left fielder Owen Levesque. And the side is retired with no runs, no hits, and no errors. And the score as we go to the bottom of the third, we're tied at 1.
For Fanshawe on the top of the third, no runs on no hits. There were no errors and 1 runner left. Leading off the bottom of the third for the St. Clair Saints, The shortstop, number
So shortstop
2,
Bryce Plain will lead
Bryce
things off for the Saints here in the
Plain.
third inning with this game tied at 1. He'll be followed by Cannon Gale and then Ryan Querbach. Plain flew out the right field his first time up for the Saints. So we get set to start the bottom half of the third inning. Game tied at 1. And the first pitch to Plain is up high, 1-0. 1-0 to Plain. Saints have had 3 hits this game. The Falcons have had 2. Hence the 1-1 tie. Here is the pitch. Swung on, hit sharply to short. Picked off and thrown nicely over to first base. That was McGowan. 1 up and 1 down here in the Saints' third inning. And here's Cannon Gale, who had a double his first time up.
Cannon Gale.
So Gale, 1 for night on the night. 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of 3. Game moving along here at the ballpark, here at Lacoste Park in Tecumseh. Glad you're along to watch this one. And the first pitch is in for a strike. It's 0-1, the count to Gale. As mentioned, Ryan Querbach, the first baseman, awaits on deck for the Saints. The 0-1 pitch on the way is in tight, make it 1-1. 1-1 the count to Gale. And the 1-1 pitch on the way is outside. Count runs to 2-1. 2-1 the count to Gale. And the 2-1 pitch swung on and chopped towards the second baseman. It's going to get by him on the side. He couldn't get to it. A solid hit off the bat of Gale. He's now 2 for 2 on the night. And it's going to bring up this first baseman, Ryan Querbach. Solid hit there by Gale. And now the left-handed batting Querbach.
18, Ryan Querbach.
So Querbach, single and RBI his first time up, so he's 1 for night on the night. And the Saints now have a man at first with 1 out here in the third inning. They'd like to break the tie in this inning if they can. The first pitch fouled off the screen right in front of us. Count goes to 0-1. 0-1 the count to Querbach. The 0-1 pitch on the way. Chop but wide of first. Counts 0-2. So Miller works the count to 0-2 on Querbach with Eric Arozmina on deck for the Saints. Arozmina on deck for the Saints. Here's the pitch, and he gets him swinging. 2 outs here in the third inning, and Eric Arozmina steps up to the plate. Still a runner at first.
Eric Arozmina.
So Eric Arozmina stepping up to the plate. Good size right-handed batter. Runner at first. Throw back to first was Miller. Keeping Gale honest. 2 outs, 1 on. Bottom of 3. And the pitch is low, 1-0 the count. One and oh the count. The pitch inside, make it 2-0. So Arozmina hanging in there tough. 2-0 the count. 2 outs, runner at first. As mentioned, we are in the third inning. And the pitch slaps it foul. Count goes to 2-1. 2-1 the count to Arozmina. He's got some pop in his bat. Let's see what he can do here at this at bat. He flew up the center his last time up. The 2-1 pitch on the way. Pine inside. The count runs to 3-1. 3-1 the count to Rosemena. Mitch McCosh is on deck for the Saints. It's getting him runner on board. There's a belt into right field, base hit. Solid single off the bat of a Rosemena. The Saints have runners at first and second with 2 out. And it's going to bring up McCosh, who doubled his first time up in the first inning. So first and second with 2 out.
Right fielder number 32, Mitch McCosh.
Trying to break the deadlock here in this inning. Left-handed batter will come up against the righty. Saints have had 2 hits this inning, 5 in total on the night. Falcons have 2. And the first pitch is in for a strike. It's 0-1 the count on McCosh. And the 0-1 pitch on the way. Chopped towards second. Does make the play, however, and that will retire the side. That was Heipel with the play. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and the score as we go to the top of the 4th, we're still tied at 1. Okay, we're back here in the 4th inning. Sorry for being absent. The Falcons have taken a 1-run lead with a home run off the bat of Judd McGowan. Now just had a runner thrown out at second. 2 away here in the 4th. 2-1's our score in favor of the Fanshawe Falcons on a single blast there by Judd McGowan. A 1-run homer. And the Falcons lead 2-1. Chopper hit towards short. And the throw to first, and the side is over on the play by Plain. Not before some damage for the Falcons, however. 1 run, 2 hits, and no errors. And the scores we go to the bottom of 4. Saints trail by 1. It's 2-1.
For Fanshawe on the top of the 4th, 1 run on 2 hits. There were no errors and no runners left. Just a reminder to all St. Clair and St. men's baseball fans that this Saturday's doubleheader is Alumni Day at Lacoste Park. All college alumni will get free admission to both games this Saturday, both at 1 and 3 p.m.
Take off the uniform, take off the collar, take off the flex and the white lights. Take off the weird ass jewelry, I'm gonna take 10 steps, then we take them off top off. Take off the fancy streams and the microwave beams, it's a real world outside. Take off your items, take off the runway, take off the Kylie. Take off the Sandro pay, 5 days straight, take it for the meal and the Friday. Take off the front flash.
It's set to start the bottom half of the 4th inning with the Saints trailing 2-1.
The center fielder, number 23,
Andrew Sleeman, the center fielder, will lead things off for the Saints. He would be followed by Owen Levesque and then Riley Naughton. Sleeman flew at the center his first time up. And the first pitch. Swung on and down the right field side. Is going to go. He fell, but it's a fair ball, and he's going to go to second base with a stand-up double after falling at first. Andrew Sleeman sliced it down the right field side. Appears to be okay after the fall, but he got to second base.
Left fielder, number 15, Owen Levesque.
He's going to bring out the left fielder, Owen Levesque. Runner at second. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th, and the Saints trail by a run. After McGowan hit a home run for the Falcons in the last inning. That's the Saints' 6th hit of the night. The Falcons have 4. Umpire calls time. So the Saints so far have out-hit the Falcons 6-4, but they trail by 1 here in the bottom of the 4th. Again, catcher Riley Naughton awaits on deck. First pitch to Levesque. Belted down the left side. It is over the head of the outfielder off the wall. 1 run will score. That means the game will be tied. And a stand-up double off the bat of Levesque. And this game is tied at 2. Back-to-back doubles by the Saints. And a rather joyous St. Clair College Saints dugout.
Catcher number 22, Riley Naughton.
So left-handed batter Riley Naughton will step up to the plate. Struck out his first time up, but the Saints have tied this one. We are tied at 2 here in the 4th inning. Runner at second. Pitch is up high and outside, 1-0. And nobody out here in the 4th inning for the Saints. And the 1-0 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, make it 1-1. Count goes to 1-1. And the pitch. Up high, make it 2-1. 2-1 the count to Naughton with Evan Schweier on deck for the Saints. 2-1 pitch on the way is up high and outside, make it 3-1. So he works the count to 3-1. Again, a runner on second. Nobody away. And the pitch in tight, he walked him. First walk given up by Miller. It's now first and second. And we're going to have a discussion on the mound, or at the mound, with the coaching staff. Teammates going as well to the middle of the mound.
Clair's next home game will be this coming Saturday, October the 4th.
So Evan Schweier will be the next batter, and the Saints now threatening with runners at first and second and nobody out.
And then on Sunday, October the 5th, they have a single game.
And one thing to the Saints' advantage, Schweier's a left-handed batter coming up here against the right-handed pitcher. As they are finishing the conversation at the mound, the bullpen is up. It's a lefty, it looks like, throwing. Just started throwing in the Falcons bullpen. That was a quick look over there. So again, runners at first and second. Nobody out. This game is tied. We are in the bottom of the 4th. Schweier grounded out the first, his first time up. So he's 0 for 1 on the night. But he has runners in scoring position. And the first pitch to Schweier is showing bunt, but the ball goes inside. It's 1-0. 1-0 the count to Schweier. And the 1-0 pitch on the way. Make it 2-0. So the count goes to 2-0. Falcons are thinking bunt in this situation. Let's see what Schweier does with the 2-0 count. Here's the pitch. He does show bunt, but laid it down foul. Count goes to 2-1. Runners stay at first and second. 2-1 the count. 2-2 is our score. A lot of twos up on the board. Pickoff attempt goes to second base. Pretty good throw, too. Batter's call, or rather, should say, runner is called safe, so it stays at first and second. 2-1 the count. And Miller delivers. There's a nice bunt. Long throw to first, and he is safe, and everybody is safe. The fielder, the third baseman, looked to third, couldn't make the play, and then by the time he got to first, the runner was safe. We're going to wait the call, but nevertheless, the bases are juiced and loaded up for Bryce Plain. So the bases are loaded. Looks like they called an error on the play. So the bases are loaded. Again, nobody out here in the Saints' fourth inning, and we are tied at 2. And the first pitch to Plain is way outside, 1-0. 1-0 the count to Bryce Plain, who is 0 for 2 on the night. Flew out to right and ground out the pitcher his last and first 2 times up. He would certainly like to get aboard here. Pitch in for a strike. Count goes to 1-1. 1-1 the count to Plain. Cannon Gale awaits on deck. He's 2 for 2 on the night. Only with nobody out. Saints threatening to break this one wide open. Ball is belted into center field. Base hit. 1 run scores, and that's all on the play, but nevertheless, the Saints now lead it 3-2. And there's still nobody out. So a big inning for the Saints.
Third baseman number
And it's going to bring up the third baseman, Cannon Gale. Gale is 2 for 2, as mentioned in the night, double and a single. So the base is still loaded. Saints have now taken the lead 3-2. Had 3 hits this inning. And the first pitch to Gale is way outside, 1-0. 1-0 the count to Gale. Ryan Querbach awaits on deck. It's the Saints' 8th hit of the night. The single by Plain. And the 1-0 pitch on the way. Off speed in for a strike. It's 1-1. 1-1 the count to Gale. Again, 1-1 the count. And the pitch. Hit towards first, fair ball. That's going to bring in 1 run. Make it 2. Runner from first goes all the way to third, and it's a double with 2 RBIs off the bat of Cannon Gale. He's got 3 hits on the night, second and third, and 2 runs score. And the Saints have taken a 5-2 lead. 5-2 is our score here in the 4th inning. On the double off the bat of Cannon Gale. And Gale, again, has 2 doubles and a single on this night and 2 RBIs. And stepping up to the plate is Ryan Querbach.
First baseman number 18, Ryan.
Saints lead by 3. They've scored 4 so far in this inning. And that was the 9th hit of the night so far for the Saints in this one, as we are here in the bottom of the 4th inning, and a big uprising so far from the Saints. First pitch to Querbach is belted up the middle, base hit. That is going to score 2 more. Here's a throw home, but it's cut off by the second baseman, and the Saints have added 2 more runs on the single by Querbach, and the Saints lead it 7-2, and that's going to be all for the pitcher, Alex Miller, who's allowed 7 runs so far. And the Saints lead this one 7-2 with a pitching change coming. And that was the Saints, by the way, 10th hit of the night. So 10 hits so far, and we haven't passed the 4-inning mark for the St. Clair College Saints. But they lead this one 7-2 as they busted open this one so far. And we're going to get a pitching change. Looks like a left-hander coming up to the mound, and he's on the mound now. Just waiting for the name. So on the mound wearing number 4. We're going to try to get his name here. Jacob Foster is going to be on the mound. So Jacob Foster, the left-hander, takes to the mound.
For the Fanshawe Falcons, number 4, Jacob Foster.
First batter he's going to face will be Eric Rosemina, who is 1 for 2 on the night. So Korbach is 2 for 2. Cannon Gale is 3 for 3. This coming Saturday, the Humber Hawks in town to face the St. Clair Saints. Saturday, 1 and 3 o'clock are estimated start times. For that one, a doubleheader here on We Digital. As the pitcher, Jacob Foster, is finishing up his warm-up, tosses the left-hander, the big one, throws hard too. But the Saints have exploded for 7 runs in this inning. They've busted this game wide open. A few of them will be counted as unearned, as there was an error in the inning as well, but they have had 10 hits. Saints, who have been struggling lately, have lost 5 of their last 6. And this one here, they lead 7-2. There's a look of another town score game 2 between Humboldt and Lamb. And the Lions, they're scoreless in game 2.
Designated hitter number 26, Eric Rosimena.
So the DH, Eric Rosimena, will step up again. Mentioned earlier, he is 1 for 2 on the night. Runner at first. Still nobody out. Here in the Saints' 4th inning, and they've exploded for 6 runs so far in this one, in this inning. 7 overall. They lead by 5. Foster with his first pitch. Up high, 1-0. Left-hander throws hard. Got some zip. Again, runner at first, nobody out. The 1-0 pitch. Up high again, make it 2-0. 2-0 the count on Rosemina with Mitch McCosh on deck for the Saints. And the pitch, way outside, make it 3-0. So the count has worked to 3-0 on Rosemina. And the 3-0 pitch. Strike 1, make it 3-1. Gets the call on the high strike, so 3-1 the count. Three-one pitch on the way, swing and a miss, make it 3-2. So the count goes full. Full count on Rosemina. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, he gets him. First out of the inning. One thing I should mention, the Saints, 7 of their 9 batters have at least 1 hit tonight. The 8 and 9 hitters are the only 2 that do not have a hit. Nevertheless, stepping up to the plate is Mitch McCosh, who has 1 of those hits. He had a double. He's 1 for 2. Left-hander against the left-hander. Runner at first. 1 out. And the first pitch is up high and outside, 1-0. Jacob Foster, the lefty on the mound, hard-throwing lefty. Again, McCosh 1 for 2. Here's the pitch. In for a strike, it's 1-1. 1-1 the count to McCosh. Andrew Sleeman is on deck for the Saints. The 1-1 pit count, make it 2-1. 2-1 the count to McCosh. The The 2-1 pitch on the way. Sliced foul, make it 2-2. So the count has worked to 2-2. Saints have had 5 doubles tonight. Certainly explains part of the 7-2 lead they have here in the 4th inning. 2-2 pitch on the way. Off speed is just a bit high, make it 3-2. Pulled the string on that one a little bit, but the count has worked full. Now it's 3-2 on McCosh. I'm expecting a fastball here. Let's see what happens. And the lefty deals. It goes way outside and he walked him. So McCosh gets a walk. It's going to be 1st and 2nd with 1 out. And it'll bring up Andrew Sleeman. He has one of the 5 Saints doubles tonight.
Andrew Sleeman.
Sleeman flew out to center field his first time up, had a double his last time up. So the righty will take on Foster. First pitch is in for a strike. 0-1 the count to Sleeman. And the pitch. Good pitch. 0-2. 0-2 the count to Sleeman. Oh, 2 pitch on the way. Up high, make it 1-2. Sleeman almost chased it, but he held back. So 1-2 the count. Again, runners at 1st and 2nd for the Saints. 1 out here in the 4th. Is low, make it 2-2. He was looking for the call on that one. That was the pitcher. 2-2 the count for Sleeman. Foster deals. It's low again, make it 3-2, and the count is full. So Andrew Sleeman has worked the count to 3-2. Again, runners at 1st and 2nd. Saints looking to add to their lead. Here's the 3-2 pitch on the way. It's up high and he walked him. So the bases are loaded for Owen Levesque. Another Saint who has had 1 double tonight. One player does have 2, that's Gale. And 3 others have a double for the 5 doubles the team has put together. Saints up 7-2, and the bases are loaded. And there is 2 out. One out. 1 out. Apologize for that. I looked at the wrong part of the scoreboard. There is 1 out. Bases loaded for the Saints. For Owen Levesque, who's 1 for 2 on the night. He doubled his last time up. Let's see what he does here against Foster, and Foster deals. Pitch is low, 1-0. Having trouble finding the plate in those last few pitches. 1-0 the count to Levesque. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, it's 1-1. Riley Naughton is on deck. For the Saints, again, 1 out, bases loaded. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Sliced towards second base, it's on a hop. Throw to second for 1, and the runner scores. So the Saints make it 8-2. 8-2 on the force play. Runner scores, and it's now, as mentioned, 8-2 for St. Clair, and Riley Naughton will step up to the plate. He is one of 2 Saints so far tonight who hasn't got a hit. Naughton and the next batter scheduled, Schweier, are the only two batters who've so far yet to register a hit for the Saints in this contest. And the Saints lead at 8-2. And the pitch is up high. There's a throw to second on the steal attempt, and he is safe. So a stolen base for Levesque. Runners now at second and third with 2 out. And Naughton has a chance to bring a couple more guys across the plate here. Off-speed pitch, and he slices it foul. Counts 1-1. 1-1 the count to Naughton. One pitch on the way, swing and a miss, make it 1-2. 1-2 to Naughton. Struck out his first time up, walked the last time up, and scored a run. In this inning, in fact. Ground ball hit towards second. Throw to first, and he gets it. Just gets it. And the side is retired, but not before the damage is done. Saints score 7 runs in the inning on 5 hits. At least 1 error. And the score as we go to the top of the 5th inning. The Saints lead this one 8-2.
For St. Clair in the bottom of the 4th, 7 runs on 6 hits. There were no errors and 2 runners left. Leading off the top of the 5th for the Fanshawe.
So we're getting set to start the top of the 5th inning.
Number 24, Luke Allen.
Luke Allen will step up to the plate against Heinbach. Heinbach has allowed 4 hits in the first 4 innings, but the Saints lead at 8-2 here in the top of the 5th. Allen, Libby, and Lobeck are these 3 scheduled batters for the Falcons here in their 5th inning. Top of 5. Off-speed pitching for a strike. It's 0-1. 0-1 the count to Allen, who ground out to the pitcher his first time up. So he's 0-1. Oh, and 2 on the swing and a miss. 0-2 the count to Luke Allen. The 0-2 pitch on the way is just outside, make it 1-2. 1-2 the count to Allen. Tyler Libby, the right fielder, awaits on deck for the Falcons. The 1-2 pitch off speed is sliced foul down the left field side. Count remains 1-2. 1-2 the count. And the 1-2 pitch on the way. It's low, make it 2-2. 2 the count to Allen. And the 2-2 pitch off speed is hit up in the air into right center field. Center fielder's actually going to call for it to make the grab. That's Sleeman, 1 up and 1 down on the Falcons' 5th inning. And it's going to bring up the right fielder, Tyler Libby, who grounded out to second his last time up. So he'll be the lefty against the lefty. So Tyler Libby with 1 out and nobody on here in the Falcons' 5th. And the first pitch is low and away, 1-0 the count to Libby. Trevor Loback is on deck for the Falcons. He's the 3rd scheduled batter in this inning. Pitch is fouled off and away. One and one the count to Libby. Off speed, hit softly to third. Will he make the play? No. I would call that an infield single off the bat of Libby. It's the 5th hit of the night, his first. And the Falcons have a runner at first base.
Left fielder number 1, Trevor Loback.
It's going to bring up Trevor Loback. Popped up to second and struck out, so he's 0 for 2 on the night. Runner at first. 1 out, top of 5. Throw back to first. Keeping the runner honest. Nolan Price, the 3rd baseman, awaits on deck for Fanshawe. Said Loback get aboard. Again, he is 0 for 2 so far. There is a runner at first. And the pitch. Outside. 1-0. 1-0 the count to Loback. And the 1-0 pitch. In tight, make it 2-0. 2-0 the count. Quick throw over to first. He is safe. It was Libby at first. Heinbuck keeping the runner honest. And the 2-0 pitch, runner goes, hit to second base. Actually, it's the first baseman, flip to the pitcher. Does he get him in time? No, he does not. So everybody's safe. Runner goes to third, that is Libby. Loback is safe at first. It's now first and third, and we're going to have a conference at the mound. Can't tell from my vantage point if they're up in the pen or not. And nevertheless, runners are now at first and third with 1 out here. And the Saints with a lead of 6 runs, and they are just throwing now in the bullpen. Warming up is number 17 for the Saints. So number 17 is warming up for the Saints. We'll get his name for you in a minute.
3rd baseman number 13, Nolan Rice.
So Nolan Price will step up. Again, runners at first and third. With the Saints bullpen now in action. Runner might go here. Let's take a look. Runner's at first. And there he goes. Does not draw a throw, so now the runners are at second and third for the Falcons. 2 men in scoring position. They trail by 6. They've had 6 hits tonight. 2 in this inning. Pitches outside. 2-0. 2-0 the count on Price with Norberden on deck for the Falcons. The 2-0 pitch. Make it a strike. It's 2-1. 2-1 the count. Two-one pitch on the way, hitting down the left field line, but it is drifting foul. Count now goes to 2-2. 2-2 the count. On Nolan Price. 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up and walked his last time up. 2-2 pitch is way outside, make it 3-2. So the counts work to 3-2 on Nolan Price. Again, just one out here in the Falcons' 5th inning. The 3-2 pitch on the way, he walked him. That's going to load the bases. And it's going to bring up Marcus Norberden, who has flown out to left field both times.
Number 23, Marcus Norberden.
So Norberden will step up to the plate. He's 0 for 2. Bases are loaded. Another left-handed batter, but he's against the left-handed pitcher. Just one out. But again, the bases are juiced. And the first pitch, off-speed curveball in for a strike. It's 0-1. 0-1 the count to Norberden. And the pitch, another off-speed pitch in for a strike, make it 0-2. So he gets ahead of the batter, Norberden. 0-2 the count, again, one out, bases loaded. Falcons threatening, fighting to get back into this one. And we get time called. The 0-2 pitch, swung on rather into left field. It's going to drop for a hit. At least one run scores. Make it 2. So it's now 8-4. On the single off the bat of Marcus Norberden, gets 2 RBIs. And it's now 8-4. And we're going to get a pitching change. We're waiting for the name of the new pitcher. It's going to be Jack Lewis on the mound. He wears number 17. Jack Lewis is going to step in. Try to put the fire out here in the Saints' 5th inning. So he's getting his warm-up tosses in. And the Saints, now the game is now 8-4. Three hits in the inning, 7 overall for the Falcons, and they're clawing their way back into this one. We'll be right back.
Now pitching for the St. Clair Saints, number 17, Jack Lewis. Designated hitter
So we're
number
getting set to get back
33,
into this one, and trying to put out the fire
Rodwin.
is pitcher Jack Lewis. The Falcons have exploded for 2 runs in this one, in this inning. They trail 8-4. They've cut the deficit in half. Runners are now at first and second, and 1 out here in their 5th inning. First pitch from Lewis is outside, and the runners will advance now to second and third on the pass ball. The batter is Connor Rodwin. So now there are runners at second and third with 1 out. And 1-0 the count. The 1-0 pitch, curveball, and it gets by the catcher again. The runner's going to score. So that makes it 8-5. And another runner advances to third, and things are starting to implode here at the ballpark. Saints come into this inning with a 6-run lead, and now it's down to 3. Runner at third with 1 out. The Falcon dugout certainly is alive. I won't say the same thing about the Saints dugout. Nevertheless, runner at third, 2-0 the count. And the Saints' lead has been reduced from 6 down to 3. It is 8-5 here in the 5th inning. Runner at third, and the pitch. Hit the short. Runner is going to score. Long throw to first, and he gets him. But a run does score to make it 8-6 with 2 out here in the 5th inning. As Normanton scores to make the game 8-6. So Judd McGowan, who hit a home run his last time up, will step up to the plate. 2 out, nobody on. Top of 5. And the pitch. Catches the outside corner for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Outside, make it 1-1. Well, the Saints had 7 runs their last inning, and now in this inning, the Fanshawe Falcons have struck for 5. Turnabout is flair play, I guess. The pitch. Outside, make it 2-1. 2-1 the count to McGowan. Way outside, make it 3-1. 3-1 the count. And the 3-1 pitch. He walked him. So McGowan gets a walk. It's going to bring up Holden Heupel.
Second baseman number 12, Holden Heupel.
So Hayden Heupel, who is actually 2 for 2 on the night, a double and a single. Runner at first, 2 out. And the Saints are trying to put the fire out here in this 5th inning, as the Falcons have struck for 4 runs, as mentioned earlier. The pitch. In for a strike. It's 0-1. 0-1 the count. 4 hits. 3 hits so far this inning. There goes the runner. Throw to second. He is going to be safe with a stolen base. That was McGowan with the steal. Runner now at second. Man in scoring position for Heupel. 0-2 the count. Again, 2 outs. Runner on second. Lewis trying to pitch the Saints out of a jam. Here's the pitch, way outside. Make it 1-2. 1-2 the count. Again, 4 runs of across the plate in this inning so far for the Falcons. Look out, runner is going to go to third on the pass ball. Count goes to 2-2. And McGowan's on third base. 2-2 the count. To Heupel. Two pitch on the way. Pitched sharply, but foul down the left field side. Got good wood on it. And they use wood anymore? I don't know. Got a good piece of it anyways. Showing my age. Showing my age. Again, 2-2 the count. Runner now at third. Saints lead has dropped to 2 from 6. The 2-2 pitch is swung on and hit into left field. Making the grab and retiring the side, but not before a lot of damage. That was Levesque with the catch. 4 runs, 4 hits, and no errors. And the score as we go to the bottom of the 5th, the Saints lead this one 8-6.
For Fanshawe on the top of the 5th, 4 runs on 3 hits. There were no errors and 1 runner left. The scoreboard is showing 5 runs in the top of the 5th inning for Fanshawe. It is actually 4. The total score is 8-6.
So we get set to start the bottom half of the 5th inning, and the Saints lead, as mentioned earlier, have had their lead diminished now to 2 runs. It's now 8-6. As we come to the bottom of the 5th inning, Evan Schweier, Bryce Plain, and Cannon Gale are the 3 scheduled batters for the Saints here in their bottom half of the 5th inning. The left-hander, Jacob Foster, finishing his warm-up tosses.
Leading off the bottom of the
And the
5th,
first batter, as mentioned, will face Evan Schweier.
Second baseman number 7, Evan Schweier.
Schweier is 0 for 2 on the night. And the first pitch to Schweier. It's in for a strike. The count is 0-1. 0-1 the count to Schweier. Again, Bryce Plain, the scheduled next batter for the Saints here in their bottom half of the 5th inning. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. Make it 0-2. So the lefty, Foster, came in the last inning. Hit but off the screen in front of us. Count stays 0-2. 0-2 the count to Schweier. Schweier's actually 1 for 2 on the night. Slow roller to first. Are they going to make the play in time? No. Should be an infield single, as Petrosinas couldn't get over in time, and Schweier would be safely aboard with his second hit of the night. I mentioned earlier was safe on air, was not. He has actually a single his last time up, and now he is
Shortstop
2 for
number
3.
2, Bryce Plain.
Here's Bryce Plain. That was the 12th hit of the night, by the way, by the Saints. Plain is 1 for 3. Only one batter hasn't got at least one hit tonight for the Saints. That's the catcher, Riley Naughton. Runner goes, throw to second. He is out. So caught stealing is Schreier on the throw there by Marcus Normerden. Bryce Plain with a 1-0 count and 1 out here in the Saints' 5th inning. Foster kicks and deals. Out, it's in tight. It's a ball, make it 2-0. 2-0 the count to Plain. The 2-0 pitch on the way. It's up high, make it 3-0. Three and 0 the count to Plain. The pitch up high, he walked him. So Plain gets a walk, and it's going to bring up Cannon Gale. Gale is 3 for 3 in the night with 2 doubles. A double his first time up, the single, then another double. So Gale will step up with a runner at first base. 1 out, bottom of 5. Saints lead. At one time it was 8-2, now it's 8-6. Pickoff attempt. Not succeeding. Plain's going to have to be careful. You get the lefty on the mound. And the pitch is up high. It's 1-0. He's trying to be a distraction there at first base. And the 1-0 pitch. In for a strike, 1-1. Good pitch on the delivery there by Foster. 1-1 the count to Gale. Ryan Querbach is on deck. Saints looking to add to their lead. Here's the pitch. It's up high and it goes past the catcher's glove. Off the glove, and the runner advances to second. That is Plain. So the Saints with a man in scoring position here in the 5th inning. 1 out, 1 on. Two-one pitch on the way. It is low, make it 3-1. Count works the 3-1. Gale, who was mentioned earlier, has had a great night at the plate. 3-1 pitch on the way. It's up high and he walked him. So Gale gets a walk. Runners are now at first and second. I don't see anybody throwing in the pen there for the Falcons. Now there is. Somebody, I think, just got up. If not, I'm being blocked by the netting down there. But there is somebody throwing. The left-hander. Runners are now at first and second, and it'll be Ryan Querbach stepping up to the plate. He's 2 for 3 in the night with a couple of RBIs. In fact, he's had 2 or 3, at least 3. So he's had a pretty good night. And we're going to get a pitching change, I think. Yes, we are. So we're going to get another pitcher to come in. It's a right-hander, from what I could tell. We'll wait to see who that is. Waiting for the announcement. So there is a pitching change. It is a right-hander.
Now pitching for the Fanshawe
It's number
Falcons,
8.
Number 8, Ryan Bainton.
So Ryan Bainton is the pitcher. Again, a right-hander, just finished up his warm-up tosses. Ryan Bainton. Look at the out-of-town score, 5-1. As the Lambton losing 5-1, the Lions. Humboldt. So a new pitcher here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Bainton will be up against Querbach. That'll be his first batter. Again, runners at first and second. Querbach coming into this one at bat with a 2 for 3 on the night. Bottom of the fifth inning. 1 out.
First baseman number
Eric
18.
Rosemina is on deck. But before him, we get to Querbach, who's had a pretty good night as mentioned. And the first pitch is in tight, 1-0. 1-0 the count to Querbach. Single, strikeout, and a single. But he's had 3 RBIs. And it's the lefty against the righty. He's going to like this matchup, you hope. Here's the pitch. High and outside, 2-0. 2-0 the count, first and second. We're here in the fifth. And the 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, make it 2-1. 2-1 the count to Querbach. Two and one pitch on the way, swung on and hit into left field. It is not all that deep, and the left fielder will make the play. The runners do not advance. That was Trevor Loback with the catch. 2 out.
Hitter number 26, Eric Rosemina.
Eric Rosemina will step up to the plate. He's 1 for 3. First and second, 2 outs. Here in the fifth. And the pitch to Rosemina. Up high, 1-0. One-0 pitch on the way. Curveball in for a strike, 1-1. 1-1 the count to Rosemina. Mitch McCosh is on deck. Rosemina is 1 for 3 on the night. Rosemina stepping out. Now getting back in. 1-1 the count. 2 outs. Bottom of 5 when we get timeout. Called by the umpire. Runner back on base at second. And we're back underway. And the pitch. Curveball is up high. 2-1. 2-1 the count to Rosemina. Two-one pitch is low, make it 3-1. So the count goes to 3-1. The 3-1 pitch swung on and belted into shallow left field, base hit. That's going to bring a run in to the home, and he is out at home, but 1 run does score. 1 run does score on the play, however. But out at home, and nevertheless, the Saints do get a run in the inning. And a couple hits. No errors in the score at the end of 5. The Saints lead this one 9-6.
For St. Clair in the bottom of the fifth, no runs on 2 hits. There were no errors and 2 runners left.
Going to make a correction on the scoreboard. It's actually 8-6. He was thrown out at home. I thought scored 1 run had scored, but I was incorrect. So the score is actually 8-6. So we apologize for that. Saints did not get a run in the inning. They did have a couple hits on the, however. Jack Lewis on the mound here for the top of the 6th inning. Score stays 8-6. Again, we apologize.
William Baltrunas.
So William Baltrunas is the batter. He'll be followed by Luke Allen. Here's the first pitch from Lewis. 1-1 the count. 1-1 the count to Baltrunas. The 1-1 pitch swung on, hit sharply to short. Uh-oh, bobbled it, throw to first. Does he get him in time? Yes, he does. Plain got him out just in time.
Center fielder number 24, Luke Allen.
He's going to bring up Luke Allen. One out, nobody on. Pitch outside corner for a strike. It's 0-1. 0-1 the count to Allen with Tyler Libby on deck. Here in the 6th inning. The pitch, swing and a miss. Count goes to 0-2. 0-2 the count on Allen. Oh, 2 pitch on the way outside. Now count goes 1-1. Rather than 2, rather. 1-2 on Allen. 0 for 2 on the night. Looking for his first hit. Bullpen is up and throwing in the Saints pen, lefty and a righty. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and it's tight. Did he hit him? Yes, he did. So a hit batsman. I think that's the first one tonight on either side. Allen goes to first base. And it's going to bring up Tyler Libby.
Right fielder number 14, Tyler Libby.
Libby is 1 for 2 on the night, has scored a run. Runner at first, 1 out. Top of 6. Saints lead by 2. Jack Lewis, the right-hander, on the mound. Runner again at first. There he goes. And he's going to get the second base safely. So now there's a runner in scoring position in second base for Libby. Counts 0-1. And the pitch. Make it 0-2. So the count goes to 0-2 on Libby. This would be a big out for Lewis, especially with a runner on second. Get it to 2 outs here in this inning. And the 0-2 pitch is in tight. Runner goes to third, and he's going to be there safely as the catcher couldn't hold on. And now there's a runner on third with the 1 out. The count is 1-2. One and two, the count on Libby. And the pitch, way outside, make it 2-2. 2-2 the count to Libby. Again, a runner at third. Just the one out here in the top of the 6th inning. Here's the pitch, in tight. Make it the count full, it's 3-2. 3-2 the count. This is a big pitch for Lewis. He deals, and he walked him. So now it's 1st and 3rd. We're going to have a visit to the mound. Pitching coach is going to have a chat with Lewis. Now there's runners at 1st and 3rd with one out. Bullpen continues to throw. Righty and a lefty throwing in the Saints pen. And the conversation continues with the pitching coach doing most of the talking. Conversation is over. We're getting back underway here shortly.
Left fielder number 1, Trevor Loback.
So Tyler Loback, 1 for 3 on the night, is stepping up to the plate. 1st and 3rd to review for you with one out. Lewis trying to pitch himself out of a jam. The Falcons trying to tie this thing up here in the 6th. And the first pitch. Runner goes to second uncontested from a throw or for a throw. And it's now 2nd and 3rd. So 2nd and 3rd. Only one out. 0-1 the count. And the pitch. Hit right to the pitcher. There's the throw to the 3rd. Now we're going to have a bit of a rundown here. Throw to the home plate, and he's going to score. The Falcons score on the play. And it's now 8-7. And runners remain now at second. Actually, it's going to be 1st and 2nd on the play. 1st and 2nd. And they had that runner dead to rights and they couldn't nail it. And now it's 8-7.
Third baseman number 13.
And everybody is safe.
Price.
So 1st and 2nd for Nolan Price. Has walked twice and struck out once. He's 0 for 1. And the pitch swung on and hit down the left side, but foul. Count is 0-1. Falcons have not registered a hit in this inning, but they have already scored a run. Here's the 0-1 pitch on the way. Runner goes to 3rd. The throw to 3rd. He is going to be out at 3rd. So they nail him at 3rd. That was Libby out stealing. Runner does go to 2nd, however. That was Loback. And Nolan Price is still up at bat with the count 1-1. And there are 2 outs. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning. Fanshawe is now coming within 1 of the Saints with an 8-7 lead for St. Clair. Lewis deals, it's fouled off. Count's now 1-2. 1-2 the count, 2 outs. Top of 6. And the Saints have a narrow 1-run lead, and there's a runner on second base. Saints trying to quell the damage. Inside pitch is belted into right field, or I should say center field, but hovering under it. And making the grab to retire the side is Sleeman. And the side is retired, but not before a run is scored. Well, run hit, and no errors. And the score as we go into the bottom of the 6th inning. Saints lead it by 1, 8-7.
For Fanshawe on the top of the 6th, 1 run on no hit. There were no errors and 1 runner left. Leading off the bottom of the 6th for the St. Clair Saints, the right fielder, number
So we get set to
32,
start
Mitch McCosh.
the bottom half of the 6th inning, and Mitch McCosh will lead things off for the Saints here in their 6th inning with a narrow 1-run lead after leading by 6 earlier. It'll be the lefty against the righty. Ryan Bainton, the pitcher. First pitch is a curveball up high, 1-0 to McCosh, who's 1 for 2 in the night with a double. Saints with a narrow 8-7 lead. They did lead at one time 8-2 in this one. They're clinging to the 1-run lead inside, make it 2-0. 2-0 the count to McCosh. And the pitch. Catches the inside corner, make it 2-1. 2-1 to McCosh. Andrew Sleeman is the next scheduled batter. The 2-1 pitch swung on and hit, sliced to the left side, and it's going to, was it caught or dropped? I can't tell. They did signal out. Okay, it was caught. Little confusion. There was a third baseman who made the play, so a good play by the third baseman. A real good play by Nolan Price.
Center fielder, number 23, Andrew Sleeman.
Andrew Sleeman will step up to the plate. He's 1 for 2 in the night. He had a double his second time up. Flew at the center his first time up. Walked his last time up. He'll be followed by Owen Levesque. We might get a pitching change here. I think we are. Let's just see. There's a conference at the mound, but somebody has come out of the pen. I'm just wondering if they're doing the pitching change now. And it looks like they are. So we're going to have a pitching change. We'll come back in a second.
Now pitching for the Fanshawe Falcons, number 33, Connor Rodwin. Center fielder number 23.
So on the mound is Connor Robin, who
Andrew
happens to be the
Sleeman.
DH. He wears number 33, so he'll be pitching. And the first batter he will face is Andrew Sleeman with one out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Saints clinging to a 1-run lead. 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of 6. Sleeman 1 for 2 on the night. And the first pitch is in for a strikeout. It's 0-1. 0-1 the count to Sleeman. The 0-1 pitch on the way up tight. 1-1. 1-1 the count. Game is drawn on a little bit here in this one, especially in the last inning or two. Teams exchanging runs. Look out, it hit him. Well, I thought it hit him. Okay, it didn't. Everything but. I thought it hit him. Apologize for that. Counts 2-1. And the 2-1 pitch on the way. Ground ball to short. It was sharply hit, but good pickup. Long throw to first, then he gets him. So the shortstop makes the play. That was McGowan. 2 out. And it's going to bring up Owen Levesque.
The fielder number 15, Owen Levesque.
Levesque is 1 for 3 on the night as a double. He's going to ground it out twice. 2 outs in the Saints' 6th inning. Again, clinging to a 1-run lead, 8-7 here in this one. First pitch to Levesque. Outside, 1-0. 1-0 the count to Levesque. And the 1-0 pitch on the way. It's swung on and hit down the right side. It is going foul past the Falcon bullpen. Count is now 1-1. Two out, nobody on. 1-1's the count. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Rodman on the mound. And the pitch. Gets him swinging. There. Make it 1-2. 1-2 the count on Levesque. The 1-2 pitch on the way. A swing and a miss. Or was he? Actually, he got a piece of it. So we apologize for that. Still remains up at bat. The count stays at 1-2. Catcher couldn't hold on. Otherwise he would have been out. So 1-2 the count. Nobody on. Bottom of 6th. And if you've just joined us, the score is now 8-7 for the Saints. They were up 8-2 earlier. Rodwin with the pitch. Strike 3 called, caught him looking, and the side is retired. 3 up and 3 down, no runs, no hits, and no errors. And the score as we go to the top of 7, Saints lead at 8-7.
for St. Clair in the bottom of the sixth. No runs on no hits. There were no errors and no runners left.
I don't give up if you love me. I don't give up if you like me. Asking me how did it feel? Can't say it didn't surprise me. Last time I looked in my right, you standing beside me. How can some people I love hang around who drive me? Let's go. What did I miss? What did I miss? What did I miss? What did I miss? Let's go. Let's go. Who would do around like 600 niggas? Let's go. Let's go. You better not ask for no baby. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's talk to my brothers and watch them train. Let's go.
Now pitching for the St. Clair Saints, number 30, Marquez Allard.
So Marquez Allard is on the mound for the St. Clair College Saints here in the 7th inning. Marquez Allard, left-hander. It's the last wraps there as the Saints lead it 8-7 here in the top half of the 7th inning. Just awaiting the
Leading off the top of the 7th for the Fanshawe Falcons, the catcher number 23, Marcus Normandin.
So Marcus Normandin is the batter. 1 for 3 on the night. Left-hander against the lefty. And the pitch fouled off. First pitch off Allard. It's 0-1. 0-1 the count to Normandin. Nobody on. 0-1 the count. Top of 7. Pitch in for a strike. It's 0-2. Good pitch by Allard. Marquez Allard. And the 0-2 pitch on the way. Off speed. He gets him swinging. 1 up and 1 down on the strikeout. It's going to bring up Connor Rodwin.
The pitcher number 33, Connor Rodwin.
Rodwin is 0 for 3 on the night. There's 1 out here in the Saints top of the 7th inning. They lead by a run. Allard here on the mound, the lefty for the Saints with 1 out. And the first pitch swung on and fouled away. It's 0-1. 0-1 the count to Rodwin. Judd McGowan awaits on deck. Oh, 1 pitch is low and inside. It's 1-1. 1-1 the count. It's a nail biter here in the 7th inning. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss, make it 1-2. So he gets in front of the batter, 1-2 the count on Rodwin. This is a big pitch, the 1-2 on the way, gets him swinging. And it's 2 outs here in the top of the 7th inning and 2 strikeouts from Allard. And it's going to bring up Judd McGowan, who was walked, struck out, and hit a home run. But it's a lefty against the lefty. So this should be interesting. McGowan also has a stolen base. He walked his last time up. Hit a home run earlier. But it's down to the final out. Pitch is low, 1-0 the count. to McGowan. Here in the top half of the 7th inning, Saints lead 8-7. And Allard trying to finish things off here for St. Clair. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. It's 1-1. 1-1 the count. One pitch on the way, off speed, but it's up high, make it 2-1. 2-1 the count to McGowan. Two-one pitch on the way, make it 2-2. Oh, the dramatics have come into this one. It's now 2-2. Top of the 7th inning. Allard looking to finish things off here for the Saints. He has been outstanding so far in relief. He's had 2 strikeouts. Will he get number 3? Here is the pitch. Off speed, but it's outside. Make it 3-2. So the count is full on McGowan. Here's the 3-2 pitch, swung on and hit down the left side. Is it going to come out of play? Yes, it is just out of play on the third base side, past the third baseman. That was Gale who was trying to track it down, but ran out of territory. Count still at full, 3-2. 2 outs, nobody on, top of 7. Allard looking to finish things off here for the Saints. Here's the pitch. Did not get the call, he walked him. So McGowan gets a walk. Going to bring up Holden Heapel. We're going to have a conference at the mound. Runner at first. 2 outs, top of 7. That was close.
Saints' next home game will be this coming Saturday, October the 4th, when they will play the Humber Hawks. It's a doubleheader starting at 1 p.m.
We'll have 2 games for you on Saturday. The Humber Hawks are in town this Saturday, 1 and 3 o'clock. Our estimated start times here in the OCAA baseball doubleheader here on We Digital. But we've got some unfinished business here. We're in the top of the 7th inning with a runner at first base and 2 outs, and Allard will be squaring off against, as mentioned, Holden.
Second baseman number 12, Holden Heipel.
We have another batter. Holden Heipel is the batter. Thought they may have changed him, but they didn't. Here's the first pitch to him. It's low, 1-0. Heipel's had a good day. He's 2 for 2. Here's the pitch. In for a strike, 1-1 the count. 1-1 the count. Runner at first, 2 out, top of 7. Saints looking to close this one out. Allard has pitched very well so far this inning. He's had 2 strikeouts. 1-1 pitch on the way, swung on and fouled off behind the screen, behind us. And the count goes to 1-2. One and two the count, runner on first. Allard kicks and deals off speed. It's up high, make it 2-2. Just high, 2-2 the count. Allard deals, swung on, foul down the third base side. Count stays at 2-2. Again, 8-7 our score, 2-2 the count. Last wraps for the Fanshawe Falcons here in the 7th inning. They're down to their last out. Here's the pitch. Off speed, belted foul. Got a good rip, but he turned it foul. Heupel hanging in tight. He's hanging in there tough. 2-2 the count. Two pitch on the way. It's hit into center field. Drifting back, making the play, and the game is over. The center fielder, Andrew Sleeman, and the game is over, and the Saints win it. 8-7 the final. Pitching masterpiece in the last inning there by Marquise Allard to get the 3 batters out with only 1 runner. And the game is over, and the score, the Saints win this one 8-7. Good night, everyone.
For Fanshawe on the top of the 7th, no runs and no hits. There were no errors and 1 runner left.